And Dewgong is the best answer to Shadow Gligar pretty much possible in mainstream meta.
I mean, if you're these two trainers, there's no way they don't feel good about their teams, because at most you've lost one game or tied a game and that's it, right? They're feeling so confident. So they're both going to come in here guns blazing and seeing who could actually come out on top. And we saw Annihilape earlier. It's not the best matchup against Dewgong even. You do have Night Slash though, so you don't have to go all the way to Shadow Ball, right? You're not going to want to throw the Ice Punch if you have the Ice Punch one. So there's some play, and I mean, we saw the double boosted Annihilape earlier against Rockhaven. I mean, even Rockhaven couldn't do anything about that. I mean, I don't think anyone can. And that is something to watch out for if you're MagicMayson. You can't control that. That's just the boosting Annihilape, and you know, Doonebug's kind of a professional when it comes to the boost there.
Well, the interesting dynamic between the Dewgong and Annihilape matchup, and it was actually the reason I had Dewgong on my caster's prediction, is if you get a 1 Ice Shard advantage in the safe swap and throw Icy Wind straight away on a counter Annihilape, you actually just win the zeros. And so it forces the Annihilape to either protect shield to get the counter down, or just lose the alignment. And here we are with that Dewgong in the lead, but this is a Pokemon you would like to see in a neutral matchup because you can get to that super effective Power Whip.
And MagicMayson is kind of, I mean, kind of ABA weak. I was going to say ABA weak to it, but the Gligar is just kind of neutral into Lickitung as well, so fairly weak to Lickitung in this set of battles. And Doonebug's in a pretty commanding position, right? Because sometimes he will throw the Icy Wind and then swap out, and sometimes you could just leave with the Power Whip banked. MagicMayson decided to stay in for the Power Whip before swapping out. Oh, actually going to shield. A big shield, though, still shielding the super effective move.
And these are lineups we've seen a lot of. We have the Doonebug with the core of the Whiscash Skarmory, and then to put the Lickitung as the alignment piece, which is gonna probably work in this scenario because, I mean, although you did go down a shield if you're MagicMayson, so it looks like he could take the alignment if he so chooses, and Doonebug could take the shield advantage in the back.
Okay, I'm going to make a read here, Butters. I might be wrong, but I'm thinking Doonebug's thinking, all right, Shadow Whiscash, especially up a shield, can beat the entire team of MagicMayson. I'm not going to shield. I don't need switch advantage. I just need my Shadow Whiscash to close this out for me. Let's see if that's going to be how he plays out. He comes in with Skarmory. I like this play, right? Come in Skarmory. You could potentially Brave Bird and dip. And, you know, you're going to reach a Brave Bird right when the Scald's reach. It is going to be on charge attack priority. Scald is going to come through, but this is fine.
It's literally perfect because you're going to be able to absorb the damage, then drop your attack with the Brave Bird, and then leave the Whiscash energy dry by pivoting to your own Whiscash. It couldn't have been drawn up any better for Doonebug here. And there's the swap, there's the pivot, and now you can just go straight Mud Bomb.
And there wasn't even an attack drop. So that's
but
huge.
He doesn't. But he knows you win charge attack priority, so he goes on charge attack priority for Scald, but MagicMayson didn't go for it, maybe knowing he would lose it, and decides to use a Protect Shield.
This is so tough for MagicMayson.
Oh, he did lose it.
Yeah, he lost the charge attack priority. Now it's trying to get the Scald off, but now completely shieldless for that Shadow Gligar. You need attack drop at the bare minimum. You do get the attack drop, but Doon has extra energy as well. And you can see, Doon reading that MagicMayson's going for the Mud Bomb, not even going for the Scald again, so Doonebug capitalizing it on as much energy as possible. Still a shield left on Doonebug's side.
And the pressure that Shadow Whiscash is throwing out there, plus the fact that it went actually swaps on a Mud Bomb. Swaps, which is really difficult to do with the 3-turn fast attack. Still getting that swap into the Shadow Gligar. Can this bring him back in the game? But the thing is, you don't have any Protect Shields for this Scald, but you were dropped one stage of attack, so maybe the Shadow Gligar hangs on.
MagicMayson didn't even try to throw the dig at that point, maybe expecting he's going to lose charge attack priority, because in that situation, the Whiscash
he does hang on.
Is pretty close.
Skarmory
but he doesn't
is
even
out there, though.
He doesn't even throw the dig, and now the Skarmory's going to just absorb all the energy. And again, there's no stopping this Whiscash. Whiscash is nearly still, I mean, really healthy, 50% health. Yes, you have the Dewgong on the remaining, but you can't Ice Shard down, right? And then here, you have to throw the Icy Wind. MagicMayson giving some respects to Doonebug. Doonebug continuing his undefeated run here at Knoxville.
And now he is 13-0 and 1 tie, and he is going to be able to either Mud Shot down or get to this Mud Bomb and take a 1-0 lead against MagicMayson, and I completely agree with you. You have so much optionality with the way Doonebug was running his team. He has Lickitung in the lead. He has the core of Skarmory, Shadow Whiscash in the back. So pick your poison. Do you want to lose alignment against one of the best cores out there, or do you want to go down shields and just let my Shadow Whiscash close on your entire team because you made a great point? Up energy or up shield Shadow Whiscash, there's no answer for MagicMayson.
And that's the thing, right? DOONEBUG can't see what we see. We see the backline MagicMayson, but DOONEBUG already reads that it doesn't matter what you have. I know I have played into the rest of your team. Even if you have that Lickitung on the back, I'm okay down up a shield, right? So he's just already so confident in that read, and I think that was such a good assessment of the team from MagicMayson. MagicMayson, a fantastic catch too, right? Didn't even pause, just swapped on a dime, catching the Mud Bomb, resisted Mud Bomb on the Gligar, but DOONEBUG not faced it all.
He's doing the same thing, Caleb. This is the lead of game number 2, and he has the same strategy, and it will work out the same because you'll either take alignment or you'll either neutrally beat Whiscash or you'll get shields.
And I love this play to run the Lickitung in the lead because this way it's too hard to safe swap that Dewgong. You're talking about, right? Safe swap Dewgong even can beat the Annihilape, but if you lead Lickitung, it's much harder to safe swap into it. And again, MagicMayson, unfortunately, a little bit ABA weak to the Lickitung. This is going to be debuff though, so doing some damage. I don't think he cares. I think he's just going to keep throwing power whips. He's going to take the damage. I don't think he even needs to win switch. He might leave with a power whip bank though. That's a possibility.
Yeah, he's going to absorb this Icy Wind. Does he try to pivot? Does he go to his own Skarmory here? Decides to stay in and then go to Skarmory. He did bank that power whip. Remember, that will be super important in the back line because Whiscash takes double super effective to the power whip. So if he could combo move that later on, he could just win the game.
And this is so tough for MagicMayson because what do you really do here, right? You could bring in the Skarmory to absorb all this resisted damage. I think that's a solid play. But if you spend the Skarmory on that, you have nothing really for the Lickitung with the Power Whip. And I mean, again, the Whiscash for DOONEBUG looks so strong. What do you do to check that, right? There's not even a Lickitung on the side of MagicMayson.
And he brings in his own Skarmory to try to soak up all this energy. Was this the Brave Bird? It does look like it was the Brave Bird. So just trying to get that damage. I believe DOONEBUG, even though he's going to get his defense dropped by 2 stages, I think he will threaten double Brave Bird. So either MagicMayson is going to have to throw some energy or give up a Protect Shield or just soak another Brave Bird, and he's deciding to either soak it, and he soaks it.
I actually like this play a lot from MagicMayson. He knows that he survives the Brave Bird. He wants all the energy possible. I think he's expecting the Whiscash. Oh, actually bring the Lickitung for the combo play. Bring in a Body Slam. Do you shield a Body Slam? No, not going to shield. This is going to be interesting. I mean, you have to commit energy at this point, right? You can't go for the Steel Wing down. And what do you do if you're DOONEBUG? Because I think at this point, doesn't this leave him? Oh no, he still has the Skarmory to clear debuff, so I'm going to say he's going to leave him with just the Whiscash. He'll be permanent debuff from the opposing Whiscash. I think DOONEBUG's going to come in, try to mud shot this down, and then come away with an energy lead for the opposing Whiscash.
This is the timeless predicament right here. And this is going to be the Brave Bird. You have to Protect Shield, but it's going to be Whiscash versus Whiscash in the back. You were asking, what's better, Shadow or Normal? The thing is, you have a shield advantage if you are MagicMayson. And once again, DOONEBUG wants to leverage the situation of throwing the Mud Bomb in a no Protect Shield from MagicMayson.
That's a big call from MagicMayson, right? Because he knows that it is not the Scald. However, doesn't this just put him in Mud Bomb range? I don't think DOONEBUG even needs to debuff MagicMayson anymore. And DOONEBUG making a huge shield call to shield a harder hitting Scald. No debuff
Now
either.
he is in Mud Bomb range. You can just throw Mud Bomb. You don't even have to go for the Scald. Decides to not even go for charge attack priority there. Decides to soak the Scald. Maybe he is trying to bank up energy and then clear a debuff and then go to his own Skarmory. He absorbs that Scald. He doesn't even get the debuff.
No debuff.
You're at double Mud Bomb. Here comes the first Protect Shield. You're 1 mud shot away from the double.
But the thing is, well, yeah, he still has another shield, though. I think MagicMayson is still going to outpace this Whiscash. DOONEBUG needs to make an incredible catch to have a way to beat MagicMayson's Whiscash at this point, because that shield advantage MagicMayson built up for himself after that farm down with Skarmory was huge. Can he do it?
He tries it.
No, he doesn't get it. The patience from MagicMayson.
Wait a second. He threw a Mud Bomb. That means he is 1 mud shot away from the next Mud Bomb.
Yeah.
DOONEBUG wins charge attack priority, but he's energy dry. So he is able to get to that Mud Bomb, and he's able to get to the knockout. MagicMayson's kind of pointing out, I knew you were going to swap there. I knew it. I knew that was going to happen. And he waited on that swap and was able to tie up this series 1-1.
MagicMayson spoiling DOONEBUG's dreams of joining LNDS Hard Jeff as being completely undefeated in a tournament. I don't know if the tie counts or not, but we don't really have to worry about that now that he has finally lost a battle. But still, incredible back and forth between these two trainers. I mean, you know, it looks so good for DOONEBUG to start off, right? You got the Lickitung on the Whiscash, then you had it on the Dewgong, and he was able to farm down with the Skarmory, but MagicMayson making the aggressive farm down in that Skarmory mirror, absolutely huge. And you see DOONEBUG, yet again, going for that Mud Bomb play. The question is that the right play, Butters, right? Because if you go for it, you essentially could always no-shield one of those moves. You also don't debuff the opposing Whiscash, so it's doing a lot more damage.
Yeah, it's so tough because he said earlier in an interview he wanted to be on the same cycle as the opposing Whiscash. So he throws the Mud Bomb, then he's still pacing correctly at the Scalds. But then once the Mud Bomb goes through, because MagicMayson knew it was the Mud Bomb, now suddenly he's in Mud Bomb range with 2 Protect Shields. Now you never go for Scald. So exactly. It's very complicated, and we're just back in it. We're in game number 3, and that is a positive lead that is going to be the Shadow Whiscash into MagicMayson's Charger Bug.
Yeah, you can see MagicMayson trying to swap out as soon as possible maybe, but yeah, exactly. And then swaps to that Dewgong, but the adjustment from DOONEBUG as well, bring in the Charge Bug into this Dewgong. This is a really solid matchup for DOONEBUG right here. I mean, you have the Charge Bug, and there's a Charge Bug in the back for MagicMayson as well. You know, this matchup isn't terrible for MagicMayson here. You'll be able to at least get off 2 Icy Winds usually, and then maybe you can go for some facet. Actually does give up a Protect Shield, maybe just trying to debuff once again, and he had that opportunity where he can clip that 4-turn fast attack. He gets the Protect Shield back. You're not going to win this matchup, but at least you are getting some Protect Shields down. And this is a kind of a funky backline as well, but I think definitely favoring DOONEBUG, especially because he has that Whiscash, and MagicMayson going to let this discharge go. I don't know if this is enough, but DOONEBUG is only 1 Volt Switch away from another. Actually, you could go probably straight X-Scissor at this point. Yeah, still 1 Volt Switch away, and goes for that X-Scissor to try to take out this Dewgong. You can't shield at this point. You have to let it go. I love this play because MagicMayson now has a way to just go for the Volt Switch down. And there comes the pivot, just switch locking the Whiscash, but you don't have an answer for Whiscash, so it doesn't even matter for DOONEBUG. You're throwing the Scald here into the Charger Bug. This is a Shadow Scald, and it does a good chunk of damage. It doesn't get the attack drop, though. This is still really good for DOONEBUG. DOONEBUG, again, reading that the Shadow Whiscash is so strong. The real biggest matchup it doesn't want to see is the Dewgong. Once it's taken out, he's going to aggressively pivot over. And look at the health on the Charge Bug, right? The Lickitung can handle it. All you need to do is take out the Skarmory, and this is honestly the matchup DOONEBUG wants. He'd rather have the Whiscash on the Skarmory than the Lickitung on the Skarmory, and MagicMayson is falling into that trap. And the problem is you're going to have a tough time taking out this Whiscash. Your attack has dropped. If you just want to invest, you could just invest the Protect Shield here. And there it is from DOONEBUG, because you're not going to be able to Steel Wing down, and you're just going to force a Protect Shield back with your next Scald. And then you're going to force energy out of the Skarmory eventually because it can't fast attack you down. And that's the thing with Skarmory. Oh, MagicMayson just going completely let it go. And then we get the Lick Down too. Even more energy on the Lickitung just to further emphasize the dominance of this specific matchup. 3-ball flex for DOONEBUG in this 3rd game of the series. 1 game away from making to the grand finals. Can MagicMayson find a way to force a game number 5? And DOONEBUG was unhappy with that 1 loss in the tournament and just came back with a 3-ball flex in a comfortable win. Did switch up the strategy, didn't use the Lickitung lead with the same backline, which was so strong, but now does he go back to it in this game number 4? As we see the replay, in the absolute pressure that Shadow Whiscash, it really, and when you're watching these battles, it's just so different when you're watching the Shadow Whiscash compared to the normal Whiscash. It really elevates the tempo and the pressure that the opponent's feeling. I'm completely sold, Butters. I thought that the Shadow Whiscash was just not going to be able to perform as well. You want the bulk of the non-Shadow, but that damage is such a difference maker. I mean, Scald hits so hard. We were talking about this last night. It essentially does the same damage and costs the same amount of energy as Crab Hammer, one of the best water moves that you never see because on Pokemon that just can't really use it very well. But it's better than that because it also has the debuff, 50% debuff chance on top of it, and giving it to a Shadow Whiscash, that's going to be a ton of damage. Yeah, it's more like
crab sledgehammer is just so strong here as we have the lead matchup. I actually really like this lead from MagicMayson because it would have countered that Lickitung lead for DOONEBUG, but DOONEBUG didn't go back to what he was doing originally. He switched it up, and now he has the Annihilape in the lead, and it looks like he is going for the bait on the Night Slash, trying to get a little advantage early in this game. No shield, what a call by MagicMayson.
Do we get the boost? Oh my God, we get the boost! DOONEBUG and his boost. Oh man, you are stressed if you're MagicMayson. You make a huge call, but then now you're dealing with the boosted Annihilape, and look at the back line. You don't want to see this Annihilape. It's countering down so fast.
Again!
And you know, DOONEBUG, no remorse, going for another Night Slash. What do? Do you shield this? You can't shield this.
You have to try to lick down, but you're going to take so much damage. Can he go 2 for 2 on the boost again? No, it's not like the Rockhaven matchup, but it's going to be so hard. You have to take so much damage to lick this down. That, once again, could be a game-winning boost for DOONEBUG.
DOONEBUG continuing. A boost again!
No way!
Look at
He's
the counter
4
stages.
stages!
You can't even get to the power whip. DOONEBUG, I wouldn't be surprised if he just shields this just to see how much mileage just Annihilape could go, but he did enough. I mean, I don't know. Do you even see the third Pokemon? Probably not. And yeah, this is so tough. I mean, what can you do at that point, right? You finally see the Annihilape, and it does that. It double boosts again.
Oh, that is so tough for MagicMayson. I think DOONEBUG even said, I'm sorry there, because not only did he get the 1 boost, he got the 2nd boost. Look at Lickitung's health, Caleb. Look at Lickitung's health.
You can lick through it at this point.
The Annihilape was, what, at 35% health when the Lickitung came in, and it almost countered down everything of that Lickitung. That, I mean, it just seems like the Pokemon gods are on DOONEBUG's side here in Knoxville.
Yeah, he seems like the Pokemon god himself right now. I mean, you talk about Onion Break, say he likes to win hard. DOONEBUG's Annihilape likes to win hard, and here we see the, I mean, full health Lickitung. What can you do at this point to clearing the debuffs as well? I mean, you know, DOONEBUG's not going to play sloppy. He's still going to play to his win conditions. It's not completely over, but it's kind of over.
Yeah, I mean, it's just such an advantage. You get 2-stage attack boosted, and we've been arguing about what's better, Ice Punch or Night Slash. If Night Slash has this kind of upside and you just hit the boost, it's just unstoppable and super unfortunate because it's not like MagicMayson was bringing Dewgong and Lickitung as the backline Pokemon, but the one time the Annihilape boosts, he has nothing to counter it in the back either.
And here, DOONEBUG's just going to lick it down. I mean, okay, look, I said it. I'm making Shadow Whiscash after this. I'm also TMing Ice Punch away. Night Slash is clearly the way in so many situations. I mean, DOONEBUG's going into a flyer, the Skarmory. I mean, what can you do, right? You can't do anything. I know Rockhaven's watching the stands. He said, hey, MagicMayson, I know how you feel. That's how I end up in this losers bracket too. They'll be facing off in the losers finals, but what a performance from DOONEBUG and that Annihilape going straight through to the grand finals. Lost only 1 game, and I mean, if you're boosting that much, I'm surprised he's even lost a game, right?